METIZPORT boast 3 of the 4 highest rated players of this event so far, with Jaquinho on top of Fnatic Heritage.
Yeah, and ZTR's in the top 8 as well, so it's looking to be quite a stacked lineup individually at least. We've got 2 full sets of utility here on the pistol round for METIZPORT. Smoke, Molotov, flash on Nilo, and ZTR picking up a Molotov, backed up, walking their way up the ramp. Hertzlord absolutely eliminated, wiped off the map. SHG, lovely headshot to recover. In fact, he doubles up. Susp moving in, does equalize the numbers, and that will allow them to get this bomb planted. In the meantime, they still have this lurk in middle as well, yet to activate. SHG moving into the bomb site. Gets caught. Susp with a headshot. DSSJ on this flank. Took a headshot of his own. Susp taken down. Now Ryujin starts to move his way into the bomb site. Nilo's lurk finally activates into this 1 versus 1 here. DSSJ looking to try and catch him. Nilo just playing for time. Trying to bait DSSJ off this bomb. He's going to get on it. He's got a defuse kit as well. He's going for the full-on defuse, sticking it. Nilo with a headshot.
Just
Denies.
a pixel at the top of the head, and Nilo takes it. Good lord. Nice little openings coming out from METIZPORT. A strong start for them. Again, this is the map which, as mentioned before, ARCRED in the last 3 months have banned this over 50% of the time. A bit more of a punish pick, playing to your opponent's weaknesses rather than your own strengths. But now they're the ones on just pistols, just USPs. DSG to Deagle, looking to find an opening. It's going to buy space for Invisible to just swing right on in and lands a double dink onto Nilo.
Yeah, a few missed shots there in middle. Allows him to close the distance and punished for it. METIZPORT should still be able to hold on to this round, especially with the B-bomb site firmly in their grasp. See exactly how they can work this one. Invisible with now this Galil.
Yeah, hopefully a pistol coming in front.
Yeah, take the attention away.
Take the attention, allow him to trade. Seems like everyone's going to fall down in front of him. He's going to allow all 4 players to die first before coming in to find the trade. In fact, he's going to find 2. Sets himself up into the 1 versus 1. Runs out of bullets, but low on time. He's going to whip out the USP. And
Quino taking space in middle. Setting up a Molotov here.
Molotov looks to flush out DSSJ. This position is going to push him backwards. Going to buy the time for these METIZPORT players to walk their way up the ramp, and they're going to find an opening. The HG going to finish off Ryujin. The 1-man advantage now in the hands of the T's. In the meantime, that was only 3 players doing that, and because that Molotov was thrown from ladder, it means that 2 players can now lurk up in towards middle where they've completely cleared this B-bomb site. And they've pulled up an entire rotation for ARCRED over towards A.
Yeah, it's a beautiful bit of play here.
Yeah, the way they've pulled the rotations here, an absolute master plan coming out from ZTR.
And the game given away now, but ARCRED, very little they can do about it. Likely just going to save these M4s. They've got a mad disadvantage already, and then the fact that they've lost the bomb site and they're so far away. Very little point in going for it. Top going deep as ARCRED looking to take a bit of ramp control. Adam B on the other side. Just holding it down, making sure that CTs don't get too aggressive. In the meantime, Jaquinho is taking a lot of space here on the B side. Just taps out Hertzlord. Disgusting shot.
Clear.
No problems for ARCRED. The rotation's going to come in. Invisible looking to try and beat them to the punch, and they all fall. Nilo and Jaquinho with a kill each. Ryujin and DSSJ. And just Ryujin, who's picked up 1, pivots around, trying to get away with his life. He isn't allowed to do so. ZTR catches him on the retreat. METIZPORT get clean 4th. Now down to pistols. ZTR Making his way up yellow. Adam B's going to be the one to open things up on the ramp. Ryujin taken down. Invisible. Looking to try and recover that M4. Does manage to pick it up. He's able to back away. Takes a chunky HE in the process. They're going to go for a boost. I like this. An adaptation. Changing it up. Giving that M4 every chance it needs to do damage. And because of the presence that's already been made on the ramp as well, less likely to expect it. Oh, but so thorough. METIZPORT. Make sure to clear every possibility. The boost is dispersed.
I think thorough is such a good word to describe this METIZPORT T side right now. ARCRED can't seem to find an in. They can't find an opening. METIZPORT being so careful in every move they make, making sure they can't get caught off guard. Yeah, find DSSJ, Nilo, overwhelmed. Invisible going to find one with that M4, but that's all just SHG in the 1 versus 4. Speaking, has always been the best player on ARCRED for a while now.
Ooh, deep HE grenade doesn't actually do that much damage to Adam B. But again, it's that chip for the CTs is massive because it means the M4 is now one-shot headshot on the players that take damage from it.
Posturing towards this B site with utility, but the thing is that they've pulled quite a heavy rotation, and there's an opening. The SSJ being pushed off the ramp. ARCRED were able to afford that heavy rotate towards the B site because of the SSJ's position towards the ramp. They had all that information. Now he's been pushed off, and they've lost an opening. Visible, going to equalize things. But look how much space Adam has taken. He's pushed ARCRED all the way back. Now they have to worry about this A site. They can't remain stacked over towards this B site. And consequently, ZTR and Nilo have been able to walk all the way up for free and just take the trades, take the duels together. Up on towards B, find the right timing. METIZPORT get themselves a 6th. ARCRED yet to post around on the board. The SSJ not finding any impact with that AWP.
Yeah, I mean, they're looking incredibly dangerous at the moment. Lovely opening from Susp there. And yeah, he gets traded out, but look how much space Nilo's able to take. Disgusting, just jumping up. And Adam B finally rewarded for all of his efforts, delaying, dragging ARCRED over toward that A site.
Punish pick against METIZPORT, when in reality, ARCRED normally permaban Vertigo. They decided to pick Vertigo, thinking, oh, look, we'll catch them off guard with what is normally a permaban to catch METIZPORT off guard with a map which isn't too, on paper, isn't too good for METIZPORT. METIZPORT can now just group up behind, make no noise in doing so, not giving the game away, and then throw a simple execute onto this A site. Against pistols, there's no counter utility to deny this bomb plant. It's just this, well, just this Nova bomb about to be planted. Wolf gonna try and push his way through, struggling to do so, and he will meet his end.
This is almost certainly a 7th for METIZPORT here. Very little you can do with these pistols, and at this point they're just hanging around trying to do exit damage. You see there's no sort of attempt being made really to go for any sort of push onto the bomb site, any sort of actual contest for this. They're just waiting for an overextension. 10 seconds left on the clock, and they would make their way in, just going for damage, and still.
Yeah. It's what it is, though, is a sign of life. Sign that Ryujin can shoot some shots, perhaps inject some confidence into, if not ARCRED, at least his play here on Vertigo. And they certainly need confidence right now because they're lacking it in spades, giving METIZPORT so much room to enact their game plan.
ARCRED have only had 1 opening kill this entire game so far.
Wow. Adam B is hunting to find one of his own. Susp, in the meantime, finds the opening over towards B.
Another
Pushes
opening
that
kill.
aggression from Herzlord, who is currently 0-7. The thing is, Adam B has taken all the space, and now his teammates have come to fill the void in his wake. All they have to do is do an execute here.
Invisible's doubled up. Pushing onto the bomb site. It's traded out by Adam B, though. Man advantage still in the hands of METIZPORT. What another lovely headshot. Adam B doubles up. DSSJ left in the 1 versus 3. Gets the first. Bit of utility being deployed. Chips him down so low. 10 HP. Susp almost caught. The Molotov should finish him off. If not, the Molotov, then the bullets that fly through with him certainly will. 8-0 for METIZPORT.
Yeah. That did get a little bit hairier there. The utility wasn't quite as clinical, neither was the spacing into what we've seen so far from METIZPORT, enabling Invisible to get this multi-kill. And then the utility, that the site hit, not quite as clean. I can see the idea not having that left side smoke. One of the biggest benefits of it is it allows your ARPer to post up sandbags and cut off rotations. But you can't then push up the left side of the site, meaning you should really be pushing up the majority of your players through the right-hand side, up, take on where Invisible was. Not where Invisible was, up through the right-hand side on the main ramp in the cover of the smoke. Otherwise, that ARPer is now a labeled push and fight down towards Ivy. Invisible going for an opening over towards B. He's going to get taken down. Susp, yet another opening, and ZTR going to make it 2.
Looking grim here in round 9. SHG able to do some damage, but then he's immediately caught. Nilo ready. DSSJ and Ryujin. Again, left to save. 2 versus 5. I mean, they desperately need rounds, but ultimately, what are you going to do in that situation?
DSSJ trying to hold on to his rifle. It's going to give him a couple consolation frags.
And finally, I mean, I was about to mention this earlier. We haven't seen a single timeout yet from ARCRED. 9 rounds in. 9 rounds down. Not a single round on the board, and now we get the first timeout. METIZPORT on. In fact, they've gone for another one. Just maximizing it. And honestly,
might as well.
Yeah, might as well. You need to get something going for you at the minute, because this is diabolical. He's 5-3. He's just chilling. 48 ADR.
B-side of Vertigo, in all fairness, as the ARPer.
Smokes on the ramp. Chiquinho peeking over the top of it. And you see ARCRED not wanting to contest it, not wanting to even get close. So very passive setup at the top of the ramp. Chiquinho makes his presence known with a couple of spams through the wall.
Again, ARCRED sitting static here. They're completely blind over towards this B site. They've got no one watching it. They've got a double man boost in towards middle and 3 players. They're set up towards A. Utility start to be deployed. Starting to prod and poke their way in towards the ramp, but caught off guard. Chiquinho holding a 1-for-1 trade. Still, technically, the opening stack goes the way of METIZPORT.
But, I mean, it's better than they've been doing so far for the most part. Molotov is going to prevent any vision through gap. And that should allow METIZPORT to now take some space on the ramp to work their way up, take some control. A couple of players disconnect. This could be the opportunity that ARCRED need.
Utility being deployed towards that A site. It's just a single left side smoke. Default. Smoked off by Ryujin. Flashed their way through and looked to plant in towards default. In fact, they just fake it. And now he's going to... I love this. This close corner site plant is a perfect one. Chiquinho laying down the cover fire. Equalize things into 3 versus 3. The smoke fades. NTR finds 1, finds 2. It's just Hertzlord left, rotating in with an MP9. In the 1 versus 2. And Chiquinho with the AWP. Somehow METIZPORT pull it off. They maintain that clean sheet.
2 players disconnected.
Chaos. And personality types that lie within the teams. Round number 11.
5 M4s.
Yeah, no AWP for DSSJ again, who has found most of his impact this event with the AWP being certainly the star player for ARCRED. Another opening going the way of METIZPORT, but this time 2 frags come the way of ARCRED. Man advantage now for the CIS team.
Favorable situation. They've been in them before, though. Need to convert against the Swedes. Nilo holding mid. Missed shot.
Oh, Nilo just crouches. He has the crosshair placement, but he crouches, meaning his bullets are blocked, but his head is still visible over the top. So 4 versus 2. Will this be the first round on the board for ARCRED? Chiquinho and Susp. left to try and maintain a clean sheet.
Jaquinho, of course, the highest rated player of this tournament so far. Boosts his way up. Looking to get an angle, get an opening pick. Spots a shoulder of DSSJ. DSSJ goes wide, lands a shot. Susp now in a 1 versus 4 to try and keep the clean sheet for METIZPORT. 40 seconds on the clock. Working his way through. He's just going to hold for a little bit. He's got the bomb on his back. He's waiting for a bit of aggression, but time not on his side. He does have full utility here. Ryujin spotted. Utility's going to force him out. DSSJ goes for the swing. The headshot connects. SHG finally manages to get around on the board for ARCRED, but even then it looked like it was going to come down to the wire.
Yeah, finally a man advantage is gathered for ARCRED, and they show signs of life. That proactive push in towards middle is exactly what they've been lacking. Trying to take the fight to METIZPORT, not letting METIZPORT enact their game plan. They find the frag and they find their first round. ARCRED going to be able to afford a full buy coming to the final round of the half. The question is, will they make it 2 or will it be a lonely single round? ZTR looking to get proactive and forward here. He maintaining his position. Not overextending. SHG, an opening frag. Found Erzlord. SHG working together. They finally take down Susp, who's been such a thorn in the side over towards B. A wide swing DSHG catches ZTR off guard. This is the proactiveness we're talking about. Not letting METIZPORT get away with whatever they want. Take the fight to them, start taking the pace, start taking some control.
Jaquinho's caught off guard as well. This is looking like a good round so far for ARCRED. Nyla finally able to put one on the board. The double swing is good. Adam B left in the 1 versus 4. Picks up the first kill. Looking for a second. Gets it. Invisible's there. These METIZPORT players still so dangerous. Even in the 1vx clutches, it's been triple swings that have needed to come through in order to put them down.
Yeah.
Now completely neutered by the fact that we're going into the second half. We're changing sides. New pistol round. Reset the economy. Going for 2 sets of utility here. Adam B with the defuse kit. Smoke flash, and then a smoke flash on ZTR. Heavy util investment. Jaquinho spots a bit of information early on, and there's that one of those P250s. Single shot. Nyla taken down.
DSSJ. Heaviest hitter for ARCRED. Finding some impact. SHG. Finding some of his own. It's a 1-man advantage now for ARCRED. It's being isolated. That's the utility to kit out of the hands of Adam B. But equalized into a 2 versus 2. Bomb going to be picked up. B site is clear.
As is the defuse kit on Jaquinho. He's able to pick that one up, and now he's got a flashbang and a smoke as well. So utility to use. ZTR going for the long rotation through connector. He'll be coming up the stairs. Jaquinho just needs to hold on to CT control, not let ARCRED push deep. Flashbang going to continue to keep the attention.
A really forward setup.
T players looking at Jaquinho rather than looking at this flank. Erzlord is managing to delay ZTR, who's fallen off the stairs as well. It's going to allow double peek to come through. And Jaquinho, he's got no bullets. The knives are out. Erzlord on the board brings it into a 1 versus 1, and the kit out of play. Has done it. ZTR, just a consolation frag at the end. I don't think he'll even be able to get away with the kit. 1 HP.
Well, he saved in the form of that kit, which might not even come into fruition, but disgusting opening. It did get messy, especially over towards A here. That these fights were not clean from either side. But just a single bullet if Jaquinho lands that shot and sprint on the bomb, and that's round 1. But ARCRED get themselves a 3rd. They've tied 3 in a row. METIZPORT are going for a force. Dropped over the M4 to Adam B. Mag 7 for ZTR. Got 2 Deagles and a 5.7. So looking to try and stomp down ARCRED.
Yeah, I don't hate it as an option. If you lose this, take an eco. You've got more loss bonus. You've got a bit more for the gun round, given that you've got such a large advantage. Oh, what an opening. Invisible. DSSJ as well. 2 kills found. That's the rifle. Wiped out.
Yeah, the table's starting to turn here as we swapped sides. ARCRED looking much more comfortable on this T side, with METIZPORT bringing the fight to them.
Flashbang. Going to allow ARCRED onto the bomb site. Counter flash. Allows Nilo to beat with the AK. Doesn't want to overextend, and he picks his fights perfectly. Ryujin lines up 2. Heartbreaking.
That's a force going down the range of METIZPORT. I'm not sure how I feel about the force by there. You're 10-3 in the lead. You've got a 7-round lead. You've got rounds to play with. Therefore, why not just go for the eco? Just get your guns out.
It's whether they want to prioritize getting an AWP on Jaquinho as fast as possible, I think.
Which I think you should, really. Did he buy that, or was that dropped over?
No,
if
he
it was
bought
dropped
it.
over, that makes sense.
He had 2-7 at the start of the round.
Ah, okay. If it was dropped over, then it would be a ploy to try and get him to get a little bit more kill reward. Sus being the one boosted up, and it's going to catch Herzlord off guard. Invisible. Now with the AK falling back, going to get overwhelmed. Does find 2. The rifle retrieved. Adam B lying in wait on this site with the 5-7. This is such a good spot for this weapon. Finds 1, but immediately trading. Nilo comes in the distraction. Lands the headshot. It's just DSSJ in the 1 versus 2. The heaviest hitter for this squad. Finds 1. Down to 1 versus 1. And Nilo, just a single bullet will be enough to take him out. But vice versa. Single headshot. All he needs.
1 bullet left in the magazine as well. Nilo playing it fine. Needs to land this one immediately. Can't do it. Swaps to the Mac 10. Goes for the extended spray. Does so much damage and even gets the kill. It was a full eco.
A full eco, but a single bullet from that spray was all that was needed. But DSSJ is unable to land the shot. METIZPORT, they silence ARCRED and land their first round on the second half. It's off the back of just pistols, a single P250, a couple deagles. METIZPORT get their way up to an 11th.
Frustration after frustration for ARCRED after going 10 rounds down.
Now the rifle's coming out for METIZPORT. Jaquinho's got that AUG, using the scoped automatic rifle as a substitute for the sniper. ARCRED, standard 3-1-1 default. That is on the extremities, holding passively. The pack towards A, maintaining box room control. Starting to shift over posture towards B. Opening pick, the SSJ. And ever so deadly. Yes, he didn't win that clutch, but he's still finding headshots, finding openings. Susp not going to go down so easily in towards middle. Takes down Invisible. This is a heavy lean towards A for METIZPORT. They're relying on Susp. Hold down both A, B and middle. His rotation, it's been caught out. Is going to take down Herzlord. SHG with the trade. That's the B site now in control of ARCRED. METIZPORT going to be rotating in on the retake. They've got 2 kits and they've got some utility for a potential retake.
And that rifle's been recovered as well. So 3-on-3, fairly equal. Health is a little bit of a mess here, but Adam B is going to be the one working his way in. Ryujin playing behind the smoke, caught. That's the problem, because Adam B starts to bear down onto the bomb site, taking down SHG and gets the final kill onto DSSJ as well. METIZPORT get themselves map point here on Vertigo with a absolutely decisive retake.
Yeah, that's really well played by them. ARCRED, I'll be honest, that ARCRED weren't set up in... Well, they didn't have a setup, full stop. You had one player playing for the gamble playing the smoke, another one stuck towards default, the other one, again, another gamble player over the top of the smoke. There's no real coordination, no bait and switch, no crossfire established. No reactions in place. Just one round. All METIZPORT need to steal this map pick off of ARCRED.
And
Nilo.
2 openings.
Immediate, just shuts them down in the middle.
Not looking good for ARCRED at all. And let's not forget, if you're just joining us, this is ARCRED's map pick. Chiquinho on the top of the smoke with the AUG, doubles up himself. The SSJ in a 1 versus 5. And he's good for one only.
There it is. 13-4, METIZPORT.
As well, they were on Vertigo, kicking things off with a pistol.
I think one thing to also consider is that the Vertigo was ARCRED's permaban. They decided to pick it as a surprise by the looks of things against METIZPORT. But still, the fashion that map was lost just speaks volumes. And you're quite right. I'm still taking METIZPORT to take this one, take this map, take Nuke, which, looking at the recent results, he's had 50% win rate for either team. I think METIZPORT have had that 50% win rate against arguably tougher opposition. Now we're kicking off this pistol round. METIZPORT, we've got P250, Smoke, Flash in the hands of ZTR, 4 kits, looking to work some outside presence. I wouldn't be surprised if this is a hell split, but Ryujin with a beautiful shot. Absolutely skeet, shoots Nilo out of the sky, finishes off Adam B as well. Ramp split does come into fruition. They jump down, but SHG lying in wait with the jewel. He's going to find one, but traded by Chiquinho. 3 versus 2. There's a bomb about to be planted on this B site. All 3 ARCRED players rotating in from the ramp.
Yeah, and these are narrow choke points as well. Luckily, ARCRED ahead of them before METIZPORT can do anything here. Chiquinho gives location away and immediately punished for it. Now ZDR, nothing he can do. ARCRED on the board early this time.
The retake comes on in. But the bomb plan is going to enable METIZPORT to get some rifles out. They've decided to go for a hefty amount of utility. On a fair few of their players, so there's only 2 rifles instead of what could have been 5 Galils. The odd AK. They're just going to be taking these fights dry outside.
Yeah, playing the range game with these AKs. And we can boost Nilo up as well, elevating his position on top of Red. Give himself a bit of an off angle here, and there it is. Headshot, taps away Ryujin, opening kill. Found already. And now METIZPORT can start to work towards that rifle as well to try and recover it. The issue is Trap Sprung, Invisible, and DSSJ both coming in with kills. SHG taking down Adam B. The rifle's gone. Just Susp and ZTR with the Deagles. Try and recover things here. METIZPORT losing their composure a little bit after that initial kill. Shots being fired off by Susp. Doing a lot of damage to SHG here, but baited in. Hertzlord picks him up. And ARCRED do close things out 2-0. Only losing a single player, and those AKs can be picked up as well.
Yeah, I think METIZPORT putting all their eggs in one basket, all their pigs in one blanket, as you said earlier. Putting those AKs onto 2 players, everyone else on pistols. I mean, taking those ranged duels, if those AKs fall, those pistols aren't going to be so favorable in finding those trades. Relying so heavily on those rifles finding success. But 2-0, it's now just pistols for METIZPORT. Tech 9s, a P250, and a Glock. Smoked off at perfect timing. SHE going to be spotting, and the spam through the smoke is perfect. The HE looking to be even stronger. It's going to mow down a second, and Invisible coming in for some support. It's just Nilo. Swiftly dealt with. SHG doing a beautiful job to find 3 and get that early information too.
Yeah, nice quick clean up there. Can be might useful here on Nuke, but we'll have to wait a little bit before we see it in action. Instead, assertive outside from Nilo early on. Up on top of the boxes and clearing out the ARCRED position. SHG, opening kill for ARCRED yet again. Just aggressive on the ramp. Finding success.
Hello, just shifting around towards main, but again, there's not really much trade potential here. If he gets caught off guard, and there you go. The SSJ lying in wait. No trade potential behind any of these. METIZPORT are looking like a shadow of their former selves, I have to be honest.
Quino tapping away, but only good for one. It's dominant start for ARCRED so far. They're building up bank as well. Look at this economy.
Yeah, this looks like a completely different team. If you told me these teams are flipped, I would have believed you. The way that METIZPORT are just walking dry, solo, into angles outside, it's almost questionable. It makes you wonder why Nuke was picked by them. Now they're back down to pistols. They've got Tech 9s yet again. This time a smattering of utility. This has a set play written all over it, an A-pop perhaps. Or at least using an A-pop in some form or fashion. But invisible. He sees sus, and that H is going to get even more information before this pop can even come in. 2 players have fallen down. That's 2 out of your 3 players who are actually supposed to run into the site behind the pop, behind the utility. They fall behind before the pop even comes in. METIZPORT falling completely flat. Jaquinho now caught off guard. It's just ZTR. One of the 2 utility deploying players. Back in towards Hut. And he's going to get silenced quickly. Herzlord. Going to find... Herzlord is 8-0.
And he was what, 0 and 9 last game? Something like that?
0 and 10 at the half. The first half of Vertigo, Herzlord was 0 and 10. He's now currently 8-0.
See exactly what the play is for METIZPORT here. I think try and pull the parachute on this free fall. Double nades outside, allow Ryujin to get up close, take space.
Yeah, this is so much more assertive from ARCRED compared to what we saw on Vertigo. They have a lot of the map control, but this time DSSJ is punished for his aggression. Ryujin lying in wait in Africa. METIZPORT now have a man advantage for what feels like the first time on this map.
And they're just holding static as well. They're waiting for a mistake from the ARCRED team. They're just now going to take some space outside and Ryujin falls. This is an excellent start for METIZPORT, and they're looking much better in this round already. Playing a bit more coordinated, not over-aggressing.
Yeah, a little bit more composed. Methodical with their approach to taking map control. They've now got a 2-man advantage. Said this before, say it again. The only way you lose a man advantage is if you do not trade. And then you go Nilo, takes down Invisible. To do is walk through the smoke, catching Herzlord off guard. He's unable to find one. SHG, the last player. Position known, does find 2. Almost finds a 3rd. But position known. METIZPORT should be able to react accordingly, dropping down the vent with that bomb. At time. Walking in, and there you go. Lands the headshot, and that's going to be an AWP recovery. We can drop that one over to DSSJ. That's funds continuing to accrue for ARCRED.
Yeah, that's big. SHG. Man, doing his best there. Ultimately. Yeah, they're on the board now.
That extra frag means sus down to just a little. So Jaquinho, that AWP picked up. Finds a frag. Reinvested. Sniper rifle. Another opening and takes down the rival AWP of DSSJ. Saved AWP doesn't come into play.
And again, METIZPORT go for the freeze. They go for the hold. Don't overextend. Waiting for ARCRED to make a mistake, to give them another kill. Further that man advantage. Time to group up now in the lobby. Get ready for a sight here. In the meantime, they've got a player lurking around secret as well in Nilo, and he's going down. So it looks like they might be headed towards ramp. The issue is, it's a double push coming in for ARCRED. They've picked up the kill onto Susp. Trade has been found. Invisible still here, though, with a fast rotation potential. Soon as METIZPORT decide to make the play onto the A-bomb site, it's been caught, though. Hertzlord getting aggressive through the hut. Even unable to catch ZTR, holding down the lobby. An absolute champ. Ryujin now in a 1v4. Oh, ZTR.
In amongst all that chaos, METIZPORT decide to start taking control. Won 2 rounds in a row now by slowing things down, letting the round play out, and reading ARCRED, taking their time with their reading glasses on. ZTR sits patiently, and 3 players walking to his crosshair. He's positioned perfectly on each fight. Second round on the board. Full buy for both teams. Full utility. METIZPORT looking to hold lobby. Very passive hold from Nilo outside.
Yeah. Holding down on the roof. Going to join his teammates in the lobby.
Looks like they're going to fall back to spawn to throw. The outside smokes. Well-timed Molotov from SSG. That's going to segregate Adam B, but a disgusting shot! A single pixel over the top of the box, and he absolutely decapitates SSG.
It's a bit of a problem now if you're ARCRED, because you've lost full ramp control. The SSJ is scoping in with the AWP, but now you're looking to recover kills. Invisible's gone. This
is where METIZPORT play their best Counter-Strike, is when they have this man advantage, because ZTR holding strong, waiting for the aggression, finds 2. Ryujin holding down towards this B site is good for 1. So time ticks down. ZTR going to group up. It's now a 4-man play on towards this B site where Ryujin holds on his lonesome. Utility deployed. They're just going to block him out completely. Smoke on the window. Smoke on the double doors. In through. He finds Adam B. That's a massive scalp to take. Bomb is going to be planted. The SSJ coming in on the ramp flank. Chiquinho lying in wait. Missed AWP shot. The SSJ unable to capitalize.
Oh, that's a rough spray. And it's going to cost him as well. That was the opportunity. That was the entrance. Now, METIZPORT aware. Ryujin going down. DSSJ just needs to save this rifle. Just managed to fill a headshot onto Chiquinho. Looks like he wants to have a little stab at this. And he's got a headshot onto ZTR. Caught jumping. Brings things into the 1 versus 1. The time ticks so low, though. And Nilo knows he's just got to buy time. He has done it. METIZPORT get their 3rd. DSSJ unable to save anything into the next round, which means the money hanging in the balance now.
What a shot from Adam. And ZTR holding strong yet again, punishing ARCRED's reaction. I think it's not a bad reaction. It's what teams often do. The issue is it's readable and the execution isn't quite so cohesive. When they're reacting on a man disadvantage, pushing in towards lobby, they're just walking in dry. Shifting into ZTR's crosshair every single time. Now METIZPORT remaining grouped up, playing this 5-man CS. After taking that time out, they've really changed their approach here on Nuke. Before, they were just walking out willy-nilly over towards outside. Walking into crosshairs. Now they're playing 5-man Counter-Strike. And it's working so well as SHG is completely overwhelmed.
Yeah, rotation has come down from Ryujin. He's been smoked off. Vision denied. Backs away into the vent. And I mean, potentially, if you're ARCRED, just look at giving this one up, saving the weapons. You don't have money to rebuy next round should you all go down.
utility being deployed. Herzlord with an MP9 is going to find Nilo. Adam B fading the smoke, takes down Invisible. ARCRED, they're just losing players at this rate. That's all they're doing. Now Herzlord falling off. They're going to get caught off guard by Jaquinho. Overwhelmed. It's just DSSJ looking to save this AWP. He's going to get chased down. He's going to land the shots. Keep this AWP alive, but at what cost? ARCRED. That was a 5 versus 4 and a retake they barely even attempted, and they only survived with 1 player.
Yeah, there needed to be a decisive call there. Okay, no, lads, we need to just save this. We need to not spend bodies, because they hung around, not really going for it, but also not really saving. They're just sort of hanging around in tunnels, and they've ended up losing almost all their players. The only thing they've saved is a single AWP, and they didn't have the money to cope with that. They see they're down on 2 MP9s now.
Yeah, I feel like the SSJ hasn't really got involved with this AWP whatsoever on Nuke. And immediate A rush with this Mac 10 coming into fruition. This A site defense crumbles. And again, the SSJ not in position.
Yeah, and now a decisive call has been made, and they are saving.
Before that, he was finding some success with the rifle, but that was when METIZPORT were being a little bit too split up. Now METIZPORT playing the 5-man Counter-Strike, setting this AWP up in prime positions to pick a couple players off. They take it towards ramp, for example. You don't have to get aggressive, but just post up in a deep angle. You can get some early shots off before METIZPORT can close the distance. But now, Swedish side have tied us up with Russian-Uzbekistan hybrid.
And down on pistols. I mean, this, you know, METIZPORT, they took a timeout, and all of a sudden they're back to their winning ways. They're back to the way they were on Vertigo. And that's scary if you're ARCRED, especially now you've lost your economy. It's gone back on level playing field. This time METIZPORT with the reins. Another opening kill.
Oh, Jaquinho, too many angles to decide. And there's a decisive lobby crunch coming in. This time it is with pistols, yet they win it regardless. Picking up those dropped weapons. ZTR's going to have slipped the net here. Visible. Down Nilo. ZTR now in a 1 versus 3. He's going to run out, but not ready for Herzlord to be close towards Squeaky.
So it's a little bit of space for ARCRED. They've at least guaranteed a tie at the half now, 6 rounds.
Yeah.
METIZPORT with the same option. They could tie things up at the half, or if they drop this, it will be a 7-5. Either way, nowhere near as bad as it looked at the beginning of the half. Susp. Opening
Right,
frag.
mate.
Now, SHG looking to equalize, getting up close to this smoke. The radio is going to get bested by Adam B. Invisible with a push of his own. Does take down Sus, but taking a lot of damage for it. The SSJ missed shot, and the Molotov now going to force him back.
Push out in front of it. This is the assertive play I want to see from DSSJ. A little bit too late. Invisible and Raijin full. It's now just him left in the 1 versus 4. Again, this orbit, it's just not coming into play.
Yeah, METIZPORT just doing so well to completely avoid. And there it is, 6-6. Pistol round.
Yeah.
P250s, 2 of them dropped across for ARCRED with the single flashbang. METIZPORT going for a smoke and a kit. Julie drops as well. Oh. And there they are, rattling through the radio. 2 kills come out in stereo. Completely annihilating ARCRED at the beginning of the pistol round. The SSJ forced off the angle with his P250, and SSG should have been spotted on top of main. Shot's not quite connecting, and in fact, comes out on top in the duel against Susp. Beat. Shoulder peeking a little bit. ZTR might be getting a little bit more than he bargained for if he sticks around in hell, so he's going to back away. Allow Adam B to hold down the ladder.
Still DSSJ being left to his own devices with this P250 to try and find some pistol headshots. SHG shifting up the ladder is going to find Adam B. Jaquinho. Tucked in towards the vent, but they don't check Nilo. He finds two completely underneath them. Takes their feet out from below them. That's just DSSJ, whose position last spotted towards garage. Jaquinho lying in wait. Going to find the swing. DSSJ will find him, but does a lot of damage. He's on half HP now.
Just need to coordinate the fights here. Make sure they peak together. There it is. ZTR with the kill. METIZPORT in the lead as we start the second half here. Look at these Julies farming their way through the radio. It's a nice attempt from ARCRED to bring things back into contention, but really nicely played from METIZPORT, coordinating their peaks, making sure they hold the same angles.
We've got MP5 in play for Jaquinho here. 2 MP9s Famous and 1 M4 on Nilo. Couple Deagles for ARCRED, see if they can find some dirty headshots. ZTR with that Famous. Tapping away at range. Visible baiting out those bullets.
Just looking to buy time and also bait out utility here. Force METIZPORT to reinvest their money into utility next round. Yeah.
Go, there's the trade. The Deagle comes into play. ZTR worn down by the Glock. Top of main. So 1-for-1. The weapon is not retrievable, and the flash is good. Nilo swings, but thinks better of it. Seeing that there was a player anti-flash behind red. He decides to go for the swing. And there we go. The Deagle, another trade frag. Nilo does get away with a couple frags. Grouped up with Adam.
Trying to buy as much time as possible and keep the SSJ away from the M4, and he does manage it at the cost of his life.
That's a lot of damage, though.
It is high damage round out of ARCRED, despite only being on pistols. Managed to bring it down to 1 versus 2.
Still going to be a better buy this round than the last, with 4 M4s, 5 sets of full utilities. ZTR on the MP5. Got the AKs out in play for the T's. ARCRED looking to find some success, find some openings here. Try and stop METIZPORT from walking away with the series.
A lot of outside control taken by ARCRED. They managed to get down to the secret stairs. Issue is 2-man setup in the vent, bait and switch. It's going to be really difficult for them to crack that lower bomb site egg. The SSJ has opened things up and invisible with a headshot onto Susp as well. And they've now cleared a path into heaven.
Yeah, a couple missed shots. ARCRED pounce on the METIZPORT players outside. A 2-man advantage and a lot of positioning and map control being taken by ARCRED. Now METIZPORT, I do like the sort of gamble that they're playing here. ZTR just sitting in towards Hell, tucked with this MP5. Whilst the 2 rifles are in a crossfire down towards Secret. Going to start to move in now, but it's at the worst timing. Ball on Adam. How many frags can he find? It's just the 1. Leaves ZTR in a 1 versus 4. If they'd just been a little bit more patient with that gamble, maybe that would have paid off.
Gun found. ZTR shouldn't be going for this to give a teammate an upgrade. Couple of kills, 1 to the bomb.
Yeah, that's a very thick silver lining because of those 2 kills. There we go. There's 1 Galil. So this force buy from METIZPORT, fairly justified.
And this round basically is playing for the lead. If METIZPORT lose this one, they'll be on an eco. They'll have to relinquish the lead to ARCRED. Smoke blown open on the ramp. Allow ARCRED to push their way through. Susp going to get caught here. Teammate comes in to try and assist. He's able to get one before going down. Visible doubles up, though. Jaquinho completely wiped out. ARCRED with the man advantage. Nilo has rotated down to this B site. He's playing deep in control room as well. It's a bit of an off angle here. He should be able to catch one, I was going to say, but he can't. Ryujin clears him. And now this double peek should clear out Adam B as well here. Adam's going to be proactive in the swing, and that does cost him. ZTR.
I think to avoid this AK completely. Until now. ZTR finds 2 frags on the exit. 4 being silenced. That AK going to be removed.
A single flashbang. P50 on Susp. Again, hoping to see this set up somehow. Hoping to see them group together. Use that flashbang to get the whole team into the action and guarantee a favorable engagement. Looks like they are going for a bit of a lobby crunch, but ARCRED more than prepared for this. Firing squad set up in radio. You're not able to get one. But I think that's going to be all for METIZPORT here in round 17. You can absolutely main on the A site. Becomes difficult if you lose control of the B site and you're forced to retake with it. It's then a bit tricky to use.
Having to reposition. Like those initial engagements, those initial choke points in towards Squeaky and Hut. The vent as well, are perfect for the auto shotgun.
ARCRED already down secret. 2 players down. And he just now has someone from METIZPORT rotating in as well to hold on to that B bomb site. So the tunnel's not in control of METIZPORT. Now the utility being deployed as well. The information should be passed across that ARCRED are clearing down below. Getting a lot of space here as well. Susp is boosted up on the ramp. This is a nice counter because it's either a vent dive or through the ramp if you want to try and join your teammates on the lower site. Making a bit of presence to make it look like it's a vent dive here and then repositioning towards this ramp. This is where this crossfire should be deadly if it's set up correctly. Hertzlord goes down. Susp doubles up. Huge from him. SHG gets a double of his own. DSSJ takes down Jaquinho for free, and now B bomb site's open for business. Bomb could be planted. Adam B on that retake with the auto shotgun. Mentioned how difficult it was, and that demonstrates exactly why. Ryujin at range dispatches him cleanly. Nilo going for a bit of spam. Does prevent the bomb plant, at least for now, but SHG can just reposition, get it down.
SHG has found so much impact in this map. He's up to 19 frags, but that multi-kill was huge. Completely trades both the players. Ecoing with Nilo. M4.
So it's a weird buy.
That Molotov towards ramp delays or deters a push that METIZPORT were about to enact towards ramp, looking to go for a lobby crunch.
So boosted up on the box. Should be good for one. Here he is, and he falls back. Untraded. It's a great angle to use. And now keep this presence on the ramp. SHG. What a headshot.
So
I was going to say keeps the presence and baits Jaquinho in, but now Jaquinho just walks straight into the crosshairs of Hertzlord. Man advantage goes the way of ARCRED. Nice peek from Nilo.
That's a bomb.
And METIZPORT looking to hold on to it, which they're going to be able to do thanks to the 5-7 of Adam B. Man advantage.
That smoke is perfect to block off the vision from Squeaky, but Nilo through the smoke finds the spam. It's just SHG left. Does flick for one, but overwhelmed. Too many players to deal with. 10-9 METIZPORT upset with what was a half buy. Well, not even a half buy. It was an eco with 2 M4s.
Huge proactive play from Nilo there. On door, massive. Comes in, gets that kill, recognize the bombs there, and then METIZPORT join together, group, and work in as a team, and just overwhelm ARCRED. Auto shotguns back out.
Love to see it. ARCRED looking to get the SSG's orb out in play. Here on the T side. He's posting up outside. HE. Oh, actually goes a little bit deeper than I thought. Adam B caught off guard, but 3 frags go the way of ARCRED. Or go the way of METIZPORT, sorry. Make that a 4th, and Nilo crouches in on Hertzlord. It's just DSSJ with this AWP.
Give himself a smoke. Try and give himself an avenue to get down the vent. Waiting for a top hut peek. Spam does a lot of damage. 6 HP.
Spam should be heard too. So close to that right-hand side. There's no way he gets away with more than 1 hit. Such low HP. He'd have to pray for Jaquinho to miss the shot. Oh, he's actually found the timing. Never mind. Nilo.
It's just not likely at all. 10-10. We're tied back up yet again. METIZPORT. Not out of it by any means. No, having a game, dragging them through some of these rounds.
Yeah, 19 to 11. Just shy of SHG's 21 to 14. We are tied up 10 to 10. And now ARCRED there on pistols. Their money has finally been broken.
Yeah, prime opportunity here for METIZPORT to get themselves back in the lead. Looking to swarm a little bit outside main. A bit of a weird geometry there for ZTR to deal with. Be careful, they don't get overwhelmed here. There we go.
Yeah, this is everything they need to try and take this map over the line and make their way into the grand final. Again, what is at stake? The loser of this game gets nothing. They go out in 3rd to 4th place. The winner goes through to the final, where they're guaranteed at least $2,000 and the possibility of fighting for $8,000. This is a fast play from ARCRED, sprinting down Secret. All of those steps are going to be heard. All of them. Jaquinho in garage. Know that there was an absolute stampede down towards Secret. ZTR, this smoke deployed, is going to reposition. Might be able to deploy a Molotov as it fades. Might get caught off guard here, actually. There we go. Deploys the Molotov.
Keeps invisible at bay. For now, go for the relocation as well. All the way around the bomb site. A lot to contend with once ARCRED do decide to fully commit. Being methodical at the moment, clearing their angles carefully, using the utility. Time is starting to bleed down. FTR, see how much damage he can do here. Gets the first. Door closed. Looks to pivot to the second, but Ryujin does catch him, and now they explode out onto the B site. Rotation imminent. For METIZPORT. Still, bomb not planted. Will now just do so in the smoke. The SSJ getting it down and immediately spammed through it. Sus comes in with a kill of his own, but just like that, 2 kills in response. 2 on 2. And Jaquinho caught overextending. He's Adam B. Needs to clutch this one out in 1v2, and it's not going to happen. Missed shot out of Jaquinho, mate.
Yeah, it gets close. ZTR here pivoting around, he delays, but no one's rotated down. They've got all that information. Jaquinho's called that there's multiple steps. Yes, they don't know it's all, but they know there's multiple, at least 2 or 3 steps down. They should be rotating at least 1 more player down to support. Yes, ZTR delays, but he's opened both the doors, and in that position, those doors are his friends. They're closed. It's an early warning sign. He can hear the door open because they're already open. He doesn't hear them swinging out, and in fact, he falls. Retake not quite as well coordinated. Adam B holding down the ramp rush, finds 2 before falling back.
Needs to back
drop
away.
Down the HE before falling off. Man advantage in his favour.
Gonna drop a smoke as well. Relocate. Falls completely off. Gives the location because they've got this man advantage. ARCRED are fighting from the back foot, fighting from behind. Gonna walk through the hell smoke.
This positioning. Trade. Lovely shot from DSSJ to trade that. That would have been a knee from the crouch player around the corner. But Jaquinho, equally nice shot to make it, or guarantee, secure, maintain that man advantage. ARCRED make their way up towards the top site, dropping down out of heaven. SHG maintaining his position in the rafters. Adam B and Nilo going to rotate up through towards Secret. Now, standard retake convention dictates that they should be taking contact first, allowing ZTR to then come in on the back line. In fact, he's going to group up all three players together, maximize their trade potential. There's the first. The SSJ now spotted out, goes for the wide swing, but too many players to deal with. He goes down, and METIZPORT will be getting themselves up onto map match and series point.
Yeah, it's well played in the retake from METIZPORT, nading that smoke open to get the information on the two players as well. Just the fact that they've got that in their arsenal to be able to pull it out. And then also just grouping, making sure they trade each other out. It's lovely stuff to deal with the player on the Raptors, the rafters so quickly there. It's a difficult position to clear on it, and you're not always expecting it on a retake.
What a shot from the SSJ. His individual skill.
Good opportunity here for METIZPORT to close this one out in regulation. Invisible down on a Tech 9. Herzlord down on a Galil, as is SHG. So, METIZPORT with a weaponry advantage. Close around. Sus playing behind the box on the ramp. Gets the first. Backs away and hides. Going to allow Jaquinho to rotate in. Missed shot. Looking for the follow-up. Can't land it. DSSJ with the AK. Delivers a swift headshot. And that's left Suspect to dry behind the boxes. Now the man advantage in the hands of ARCRED.
A bit of a fumble there from METIZPORT. Jaquinho rotating in, desperate to try and bail out Sus. But Sus was in a position where he gets one. He can't really fall back unless he falls down the ramp immediately after finding that first frag. So he's dead no matter what, unless just the two of them can stop an entire onslaught of players. So Jaquinho perhaps overextending a bit more. Should have baited Sus just a little bit more.
Now, reset out of ARCRED. They just hold, play things quiet, play it slow, deny the information for METIZPORT. They're going to head back towards lobby as a group. The SSJ making a little bit of noise, trying to bait a rotation down. If he does so successfully, then METIZPORT in a whole load of trouble, but Adam B's not buying it.
Oh, the SSJ just won the fight versus ZTR. That's a huge frag. Nilo has bought time for Adam B to rotate up, but Adam B just falls straight to his death. Now Nilo going to have to get the 1 versus 3 clutch. Prevent overtime.
So difficult to isolate these fights, and he's still not quite sure where Herzlord is. Peeking his way out, takes down the player in heaven, spots the second, and he lands it! Surviving with just 3 HP. Nilo in the 1 versus 3. METIZPORT take it in regulation, 13-11.